If you've ever wondered if you could learn how to knit, here's a way to find out without spending a dime. First, you'll need to locate a ball of string. It needs to be about the thickness of a piece of uncooked spaghetti. I'm going to use in the demonstration just some colored pencils left over from my kids' school supply. You can also use cheap ink pens. Just pull off the tip, remove the ink part, put that cap back in, you've got a nicely shaped knitting needle. The first thing that you do when you begin knitting is called casting on, and that's simply putting stitches on your needle. This is the tail of your yarn where it ends, and the working yarn is the side of the yarn that connects to the ball. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to leave myself about a foot of tail, and then up and over my thumb, up and over my index finger, and then down through my fingers. I hold both ends just a little bit taut. Then pointing your pencil or your needle underneath, give it half a twist, giving yourself the first stitch. Now to add stitches, I'm going to pull this down, and you go through this hole underneath your thumb, go over here and grab your working yarn, pull it back through the hole, and then let go with your thumb, and you've cast on a stitch. And you just repeat this, going in the hole under your thumb, grabbing your working yarn off your index finger, and back through the hole. Okay, I've gone ahead and I've cast on 10 stitches. I'm going to turn this to your left hand, and I'm holding the tail along with my pencil or my needle, draping the working yarn over my index finger and down through my fingers to help me grab a hold of it. To knit, we go in what's called the front of the stitch, just right down here below. Ease it in there. It's a little bit harder with these pencils because this surface is kind of rough. With a needle, that's going to be a smooth surface and it will go in a lot easier. You're going to pick up the working yarn off your finger, draw it back through, and slide that stitch off. Now I've got 1 stitch on this needle and 9 on this needle. You go through your next stitch, grab your working yarn off your finger, and slide it off. By easing these up, going in the front of the stitch, picking up your working yarn, pulling it through, and sliding it off. Going through the front of the stitch, picking it up, sliding it to the other needle. Okay, I went ahead and I knit all 10 stitches, leaving my green needle free. And to do the next row, all you do is turn, drape your working yarn back over your index finger, going in the front of the stitch again, picking up your working yarn, sliding it off, going in the front of the stitch, picking up your working yarn, and sliding it off. And now, if you followed along and followed all of my steps, you know that you have what it takes to knit.